I'm so glad you're here today. If you are new here, I want to welcome you to Life on Summer Hill. Today is kind of a unusual YouTube or video, depending upon where you're watching this, because I did not have this on my content calendar. I don't know about you, but ever so often I get this urge to make things like small, easy, crafty decorations. And I think probably what spurred this was I got on a rabbit trail on Pinterest one day and just started looking at ideas, and one thing led to another, and my brain started processing other ways of taking that idea and twisting it to make it something that would fit into my home. So in that process, I ended up coming up with 4 DIYs for Easter. And I thought, why not share them? Some of them you've probably seen before, maybe with a little bit of my own twist on it. But some of them are all of them are super easy. They don't take much time to create. So the 4 that we're gonna look at today, and I pretty much just sat my video up and recorded, because I just wanted like some creative therapy. I didn't want to be talking or anything. So I'm going to play that and I'll explain. I'll do a voiceover and explain. But the 4 projects I did was, the first one, I did an Easter egg wreath for my front door using dollar store items, except for a ribbon I had at home. So I spent all of like $5. The next one is an Easter egg garland, super easy, classic concept, probably cost me $3 to make it. The third one are these cute little wooden bunnies that you can do so much with. So I'm gonna show you how to make those and give you some ideas of how you can decorate with them. And 4, I created an easy Easter centerpiece using things I had at my house and those cute little wooden bunnies. So the centerpiece, I changed the middle part to something else. So you could have 2 options. You could have a taller one and you could have a shorter one. So let's get started and I will explain how I'm doing them in the video. To begin, make sure you cover your work surface because we will be working with hot glue and it will get on your table. Now, take a piece of rope from the Dollar Tree and cut it into 4-inch pieces. And then, once you've cut however many you want, you're going to start taking them apart thread by thread. This is going to make up like a nest on your wreath. Next, we're going to make a base on this wire wreath, and you're going to do that by gluing down the rope in an S shape. And I did the lower half of my wreath. Now, let's take all of the nesting material, and if you don't have a lot of this, go ahead and just make more. But you're going to take it in between your hands and kind of scrub it to make it look less perfect. Once you have a lot of that nesting material, we're going to glue it onto the rope frame. And I wore some gardening gloves while doing this because my finger got burned really bad. So protect your hands while you're doing this part. Now, after the glue dries, pull out any excess that's not glued down. Your wreath should look like this at this point of the project. This is where the project becomes fun. Create a pattern of the eggs on your wreath, and then start using hot glue and glue them in place. Take more cuttings of the jute rope, and you're going to create small bundles. Once you have those bundles created, you will then fold the bundles in half because we're going to use that to stuff in between the eggs. Again, put your gloves on, put some hot glue on the folded end, and then stuff it in between the eggs, pushing it down in there and holding it while it dries. Next, we're going to take a piece of ribbon. I'm using ribbon that I had around the house. It's a sheer lightweight ribbon. And basically, you are going to cut it about 36 to 40 inches long. This will give us some nice long tails for our wreath. So the next step is you're going to fold it in half and find the center. And then you're going to create two ears, basically long ears. And then you will tie them together in a tie like so. Once you get that tie in place, you'll have to work with it, moving it back and forth until you get it the width you want. For this wreath, I did a nice firm looking tie bow, instead of a droopy one like I usually do. So next, position it where you think you'll want it to be onto the wreath. I placed mine at the bottom of the wreath. Once you find the right position and you have your bow ears perfectly positioned, then again, put on your gloves just to protect your fingers. Find your center and then use the hot glue to glue it onto the bottom. Now we're all done, so let's see how it looks on my front door. This next project is super easy, and the kids can help with this one. I started by using the same colors of the eggs that I used on my front door, which was blue, yellow, and white. And you are going to lay out a pattern based on how long the string you have measured beforehand. So basically, I measured out the string on my hutch and laid out the pattern for the length of that string. Next, you're going to need a yarn needle, and I also forgot to mention I used baker's twine to do this project. So thread your needle, and then all you're going to do is thread the needle and the twine through the holes in the Dollar Tree eggs. It's that easy. The holes are already there, so all you have to do is thread one color at a time until you get them all on your string. Once you get to the end, you don't have to tie the ends or anything like that because they seem to hold pretty good on the twine. So all you're going to do is grab the ends of the twine and take it to where you want to hang it. Are you ready to see how this Easter decoration looks? Let's take it and hang it on my hutch. This Easter decoration was so easy to create. More ideas on embellishing these eggs are painting pretty designs on them or decoupage flowers to them. This next project was another very easy project to create. You take two wooden knob balls and you glue them together with hot glue. One ball is a little bit larger than the bottom ball. Now, you're going to take a ice cream popsicle stick and cut it in half, and this will create two ears that you will glue onto the back of the head. When I place these on there, I position them a little bit apart and angled them out slightly to have the look of rabbit ears. And that's it. It is so simple. Now you have a cute bunny. You can paint him or leave him natural. Let's go look at a way I used him to decorate. My last project is this centerpiece for your table. It's super easy. All I took was one of my round dough bowls. I filled it with some of my artificial house plants that I already had in the house. They actually were even in the base. I stuffed some straw around that, embellished with some white flowers, the cute little wooden bunnies, and a nest on top. If you want your centerpiece to be a little bit taller, just grab one of your bunny sculptures or statues and set him down in the middle, making sure he stands up straight. Okay, so what did you think? They're pretty easy, aren't they? And they're inexpensive. And they're DIYs, craft projects, decor projects, whatever you want to call them, that you can do with kids too. So whether you're a mom or a grandma or an aunt, these are inexpensive. You can go to the Dollar Tree and get most of the items. And then you can just sit down and make them together as a family. It's so fun, and this is a great time of year. The temperatures are getting warmer, and we're just wanting to bring spring into our homes. And with Easter right around the corner, this will give you some fun Easter ideas with all the family when they come over. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. And